It's Kevin here with a run because it's fun, or possibly jlandkev. I don't know, whatever's easiest for me to upload to a video. And I'm now moments away from being home. I'm just like a 5-minute walk from home, and it's good to be back. This morning I had to wake up at 4:40 a.m. and I was out the door about 5:30 to head to Osaka to run the second annual Osaka Marathon. And I didn't get in today. The very same day, the Kobe Marathon was run, and I didn't get into it, which was a bummer for me because I really wanted to. And also, it's just damn convenient because I don't have to take all kinds of trains. It's like It actually took me today to get home. I left Osaka. Well, I started leaving the race site at 1:45 p.m. and it's now about 4:45 p.m. 4:45, and I've just arrived close to my house. A long, painful journey, which mostly involved me standing, no sitting. So it's interesting. It's been an interesting year for running. Last year, 2011, in June, I ran my 60-kilometer, 38-mile run for charity to raise money for Save the Children in Japan, for the kids affected by the tsunami in Tohoku. I also ran the Osaka Marathon and Kobe Marathon, which were on separate days. They're actually separate months last year. This year, they're on the same day, and I hope they've learned from this, and I hope next year they won't try to compete like that, because I really enjoyed running in both, and I hope I have the opportunity to do the same next year. So I'm sitting here having a beer, a very well-earned beer. There was one before that beer, and there'll be another one after it, and I'll probably go to sleep. And I got to work tomorrow. So how do I feel? Well, I feel good. I feel good in a way. I set a PR today. I set a personal best, which is awesome. So I'm very happy about that. You know, when you're just kind of a slowpoke runner, you're competing against yourself, and that's what it's all about. You're trying to better yourself and do better the next time. And I set my PR in 2010, and last year I just wasn't able to beat it. But I did this year, and which is really weird is that I felt very undertrained. I'm heavier. I'm like 5 kilograms heavier. That's like 12 pounds heavier than I was last year. Yeah. So, and I literally, like last year I was running 50, 60, 70 kilometers every week. This year, like 30 kilometers a week. Heavier. And I've been having horrendous nagging foot injury, one foot, which I think might be either, I'm not sure if it's Achilles tendonitis, or I think it's plantar fasciitis. So I'm not going to run for the month of December. I'm going to find a doctor and get it treated. And setting a new PR just lit the candle under me to do more. So let's get into talking about this crazy hobby of running. I was really enjoying myself this morning, up until about 32 kilometers in, which is probably about 21 miles. And then it was utter and complete misery until the end of the race. Utter and complete misery. My legs were cramped. Well, first it was my knees. It felt like metal joints or ball bearings grinding against each other with no lubrication or oil at all. That's what it felt like. It felt like metal on metal grinding my knees. Especially my left knee, which I've never had any issues with. Had to walk a little bit. Whatever. Felt pretty dehydrated. It got pretty warm. Went over, I don't know, it said today there was going to be a high of 12 degrees Celsius, but it definitely felt more than that. But you know what? The Osaka course is a fabulously flat and fast course. And wide streets. So I'll tell you, I ran both last year. With Kobe is great too. But what you might factor, what the hell is that? There's a mosquito around here. Jesus. It's like November 25th. What the hell is going on? Okay. You should be all dead, you damn mosquitoes. Curse you and your mothers. Yeah, so Kobe is relatively flat, but if you get towards the water, on your way out to the Akashikake Bridge, it could get windy, but also the roads it gets very narrow and it gets really bottlenecked and it's really hard to get ahead. So I think between the two races, if you were trying to go for a PR, or personal record, I would say Osaka would probably be better because it is wider streets and it's flat as flat. Really, there's only one big hill, and that's, I think, with 5 kilometers left, and that's like an on-ramp, and I walked up that on-ramp because it was too steep with my Achilles foot issues. I can't run up something that steep. So there you go, guys. I felt good. I was running like 5-minute, 11-second kilometers up until like 22 kilometers. I was like flying. I took my friend Scott's advice, Scott Brown, who's my co-host on Running in Japan every Monday night on youtube.com/jlandkev at 10 p.m. Japan Standard Time. And he ran today too. Didn't do what he expected, but you can find out more about that tomorrow night on our live show of Running in Japan. Link is below. Yeah. So I was doing great until the point. And what's really weird is that I've been sick. I was sick. Like Friday I was sick. Saturday, it was a long weekend here. It was a 3-day weekend. Yesterday I felt like shit and a half, and I was like drinking slamming ginger and lemon tea, like literally just boiling water, chopping up tons of ginger and throwing it into the water and munching on all the ginger, and I guess it worked. And I was taking some like cold medicine. I guess it worked. I didn't sleep well last night, of course. Never sleep well the night before a marathon, so much stress. And my son was having a hard night sleeping too. He was crying and stuff, and that was kind of keeping me up. And when I went to leave this morning, around 5:30, he heard me leaving. And he screamed and cried, "Daddy, don't go, Daddy, don't go." Oh, heartbreaking. He's 2 years and 4 months, and he screamed just like he went crazy. He didn't want me to leave. So I got some fun stuff here. I got some balloons for him. He's going to enjoy that. And then I'm going to make it up to him with Daddy having to go with... what is in here? What did I buy him? Bought him a Tamika. A new Tamika. Tamika's like, if you're from the States or Canada, Matchbox or Hot Wheels. It's a bus. It's a JR bus, so Japan Railway. He loves Japan Railway for some reason. So we got him a bus, a JR. In Nova Scotia, where I come from, we call these dinkies. These are dinky cars. So I got him a new dinky. I don't know, that's Nova Scotia. Anywhere else? Anyone else? My father mentioned, he's from Ontario, he mentioned they called them dinkies too when he was young. You guys call them dinky cars? Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars? I know. Alright guys, I gotta go. I gotta get home. Gotta eat some food. I got a family waiting for me. Take care, guys. Thank you for all the support. You guys are so friggin' awesome. 6+ years I've been doing this. And you're the reason why. So thanks for all the support today. A lot of you were tweeting me while I was running, and I really appreciate that. So, later.